Welcome to the TopRank Marketing Digital Marketing News Roundup, coming to you from Content Marketing World in Cleveland, Ohio. I'm Tiffany Allen, as always.
And I'm Joshua Knight, and I'm orange on the inside.
That's fair. I've heard rumors.
No, we have been bathed in the orange glow of Mr. Polizzi and his amazing conference for the past 3 days, and we're going to talk about it in just a little bit.
Sure will.
But first, I figure we should maybe touch lightly on some things that are in the marketing news this week, because it is a marketing news roundup. What do you think?
This is true.
So first off, I want to talk about Bing.
Every time.
I didn't get to do that last time. So.
I know.
We talked about last week how Bing is kind of a thing, and there are people who are on Bing who are not on Google, so that's very cool. What we saw right now is Bing has now rolled out some recommendations for remarketing bid adjustments based on your data. So you can find those in the Opportunities tab on their little interface, and their suggestions are going to be based on your historical ad performance. And if your remarketing lists are showing that lower CPA, Bing is going to recommend bid adjustments, and then they'll help you kind of monitor your conversion outcomes and keep on being more efficient and effective in your marketing. So that is super cool. Good on you, Bing.
Save some money, get some more leads, everybody wins, right? Well, speaking of ad data, I have some disappointing, somewhat unsurprising, maybe a little surprising news. Facebook's ad metrics have come under scrutiny again. There was a research analyst from Pivotal Research Group who compared Facebook's estimated audience, so basically what they promise advertisers that could be potentially in their audience, and found, compared against the US Census, that the data was off. So for example, Facebook promises a potential reach of 41 million 18 to 24-year-olds within the US. However, the census only reports 31 million of these folks, so about a 10 million person difference there.
Like a rounding error, you know.
A little bit of a difference. From 25 to 34-year-olds, Facebook estimated 60 million, the census says 45 million, so we're seeing a little bit of a discrepancy there. And according to additional probing done by this research analyst, this isn't only a problem in the US. It appears that this has gone global, so to speak, so also in the UK and other countries. So when you're getting your ad set up and you're looking at those research numbers, of course you should look at the data and see how many people there are available for you to target, but kind of take that with a grain of salt because there's a little bit of a discrepancy there.
Yeah, just keep an eye on those results too, because Facebook will kind of tell you who you've reached, but I think you'll be able to gauge that in other ways and maybe do a little third-party verification on that stuff.
Absolutely.
That is something that Facebook is going to have to tackle if they want to keep being like our major marketing destination. But then again, I hear that there are 8 billion people on Facebook now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Facebook said. So can't really turn our back on that audience either.
Of course not.
So speaking of Content Marketing World,
Yes.
did you know that we're there
I
right now?
can see that. We're in Cleveland.
Yeah, we were told that you can call the city, by the way, the land or the Cleve.
Nope.
So in the land of the Cleve is what I like to call it.
That's great.
So I wanted to share with you one of the sessions that I went to today, which was fantastic. This gentleman named Frank Thomas, who works with Adidas, and he's from Germany. He was very German, and it was a very delightful presentation just because of the sound of his voice. However, they're doing a really cool thing at Adidas with this site that they built called Game Plan A, and it's a content hub for people who share the company's values of like the intersection of the entrepreneurial spirit and the heart of an athlete and the brain of a businessman and the liver of a cat, whatever. But what I thought was interesting is they asked if it was an internal or an external communication platform for the corporate values, and he said it's both. That what they're trying to do is to make their culture so transparent and target the audience that shares their culture that they're actually overlapping their internal and external comms. So I think that is a great idea for content marketing. Instead of creating a culture that matches your audience, find the audience that matches your culture, and then it just feels more authentic. and that gets employees more excited about sharing. It gets other people more excited about coming into your brand, and you don't have to ever fake the funk. And
It's
you
true.
should not ever fake that.
Never. You know, it's funny though. I went to a session that was from Alicia Ann Rand from Estee Lauder, and she was talking about how they mobilized influencers in their content marketing and their social media strategy to actually generate revenue for the company.
No kidding.
And one of the things that she said was you need to give these influencers ownership over the creative or the product or whatever it is that they're promoting to get better results. So it kind of ties into what you're saying here. If you want folks to really live and love your brand, you need to give them the ability and the ownership to do that, which is really incredible. And also the presentation itself was lovely, and we covered it on the TopRank blog, which will be publishing later today, actually. But you can stay tuned to the TopRank blog, toprankblog.com, for all of our live blog sessions and everything like that in case you couldn't be here like we are.
And we will see you next week. You can follow me on Twitter at Nightwrites, Nitewrites. I've been tweeting things that people say that I think are smart, and also dumb jokes about net twerking on the dance floor at the after party.
It's true. I saw it. I approved it. I regret it, but it happened. You can follow me at Tiffany_Allen, or as always, follow at TopRank. Otherwise, stay tuned. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for tuning in.